chat. I'm just like, I'm just ignoring it.
Ignore me. Say it, Retro. Jaxie Boo Boo Bear.
Again, I'm going to ban this kid's ability to ever commentate on here.
Yes.
Until I get him to stop
W.
saying stuff like, what you call it, Shimber
me timbers.
No, Shimber my Timbies, like, or something like that.
My Timbies.
It's just like, bro, what are you doing? Well, right now we got game number 1 here of Pin versus Daykwion. We got the Cake versus the Rick, and I mean, this is by no surprise to anybody seeing this match come up as well. But I don't believe Daykwion doesn't have a W against him yet, but he has progressively been getting better.
Oh, last week when they played, or the last time they played, I should say, they went so sick.
Yeah.
Versus Pin. Pin was able to seal that out. I believe that was on Saturday, but they were playing so very well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was at Daquan's birthday bash. It was Pin who played spoiler for him. And that double dare is going to find the second hit. That was pretty close to Pin almost accidentally dropping himself off the stage, too.
That was absolutely insane. The coverage there from Skateboard just covers that whole entire wall. You want to just get out of there if you can. Up B from Pin.
Also,
getting
yes,
the second up air? No.
To clarify, this is how awesome we are as a local in general, right? We told Daykwion to make a rap for this game a while ago. Yes, he is the one who made I Dare You. That is the same Daykwion, who is also one of the best Rick players in the world. Yes. We're kind of awesome here.
Yeah, it's a little bit stacked over here. No, nothing unusual though. Like, CT has actually been very good in video games for a very long time.
Yeah, we just didn't have the exposure. That's pretty much it. Like, I mean, luckily we have people like Nikki FGC who won in KI and stuff in the past. But luckily we have great neighbors in like New York and stuff who have kept us humble.
Oh yeah, definitely.
we can't beat them yet.
New York,
we haven't beat them in our home yet.
New York go crazy. I definitely.
We're gonna beat you. But right now, I'm taking away, of course, from this lead that Pin is kind of building up on right now. And this is the usual theme of things. Once Pin has a solid lead, he becomes nearly impossible to hit, especially as someone like Rick, who's forced to now have to approach. And Rick basically loses once he doesn't get the first stock.
Yeah, definitely. Pin is so good with a lead, like you said. I think that the character inherently has the kit to do it. One of those characters that is so good at ripping stocks very early. That said, though, Rick is very good as a whole. Like, their kit as well is so good. Puts Pin into a very bad spot, but the up air there to protect him from coming for that down. Down air.
Yeah, the up attack's going to get through there, too. Usually, funny enough, the up special works pretty well on Rick to trade with Cake pretty often in most scenarios. But Pin is kind of playing around that. And, oh, yeah, there's the Pin classic. Force you to jump up and dodge in, post the Sair. He just needs to guess where you're going. But it's literally a 50-50 every time he puts you there.
Yeah, it's so good for Jake too. It's like that they've tried to change it and nerf it and make it worse, but they just can't. But I think that the biggest thing in this matchup is that once Daykwion does get this stock, they should have an easier time to at least rack up damage. Yeah,
that's the thing is though, can he find it? And he does. He finds the reversal Sair off stage. Now 111 sitting onto Rick though. It's not undoable.
No, not
God,
undoable.
I'm peeking so much. It's not undoable by any means, but it is still an incredibly stressful situation right now because of the fact that he's so far behind.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to take too much damage, especially at this point, as up attack is going to seal out that stock. Nothing better than just Jake's up attack stretching halfway across the map. And just,
this has been driving me crazy. I gotta go push this camera down.
I know we beat those bozos.
In the jawline. I think that I definitely think that there's still a chance here, and the fact that it got it got pretty close was good. But going into this next game now, we've got Trophy's Edge again. Solid map for both these characters. Definitely don't want Pin to have one of those smaller blast zones, so no Cromulons, no Batcave, no Tree Fort. Get those stages out of here.
Hey, Palm, I did that blind, okay? I couldn't see anything until afterwards, all right? Also, I realized it's because both of them are literally inside the screen. That's why they're sitting so close to the table.
Yeah, no, it's just the way they sit.
That's all it is. They're sitting. Their faces are literally, like, taking the TVs out to dinner, bringing them to a movie afterwards, maybe let them know, hey, how you doing?
Hey,
but,
how you doing?
But that game one, of course, going to pin. Go ahead and update that. What do you think Daykwion needs to do to try and get the game back? Because he keeps forcing game threes every week. Like, he refuses to go down without a fight, but he hasn't been able to do it with a lead consistently. What do you think he needs to change?
He needs to stop running into like certain things. Like, he's just kind of running into pins, nairs, and his forward attacks without the right defensive options. Combos like that are definitely going to bring him back in, but the house taking him off the top, that's something that could have easily been avoided. Hanging on to the air dodge, watching the drift. It just defensively needs to make a few changes. But the rocket taking him out and heaving it back up.
Sometimes you just got to light him up, too. What you got to do? Light his ass on fire. Well, we met Daykwion to get him going, but instead it's going to be him who does it to Pin, and Pin is many
spot.
people die in this situation. Yeah, he might die. He might
nothing.
die. Yep,
Yeah, he
knew
is
it.
gone.
The moment, so ladies and gentlemen, whenever you see, well, kings, queens, and emperors, let me make sure that I am very inclusive of everybody. This is something they have to be very careful about. When you burn a jump and a dodge off stage, you better have a game plan behind it, because he also burned it with a special. That was such a free punish for Pin almost every time.
Yeah. Not only did he lose out on one, he lost on two, and then off stage lost the other two. So there's nothing you do. I think the biggest thing you need to do in that situation is do nothing, float back towards the stage, and wait for that stretch arm to actually come out, and time your air dodge.
Yeah, now we're in that same window before where normally this is a pretty free-ish kind of lead that Pin will keep building on. That was pretty close. I thought Daykwion might get the read on the Sair, but for Pin, you can kind of just keep going vertical right now like that, because the only thing you have to challenge that is the neutral special flying Meeseeks into up air.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of playing around it. Like, he's not letting him get that.
Yeah, Sair's pretty much weakened on both these characters now, though, and Daquan's having a hard time getting this stock as Pin is just racking up so much damage now.
He's trying to find side attack one into up attack. That's like his main go-to he's looking for right now. Actually, panic dodge down fart bomb is also an option. That I forgot that they have nowadays. That move used to do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Fart bomb having that new changes definitely helps out. Has to respect the Meeseeks running towards him, as that will knock him out. Chooses to just float into the air and stay safe, as Pin just going to get that up attack and seal out that game.
Yeah, that's another situation again where once you are pushed into a deficit against Cake, Jake, whatever have you, it is so hard as Rick to make a comeback, because he requires a lead. He requires you to rush in and get hit by him a ton, because that's what you have to do. You have to take a lot of straight hits. But because of the inherent fact that your up air is essentially useless, because Mega Seed is just never going to hit you up there, it takes away so much. And it takes away a huge thing, which is trying to get a vertical KO. And the only place you can normally try to force that is like Tree Fort. I'm not taking Cake to Tree Fort in that matchup. Like,
you don't take them to Tree Fort. You don't take them to Back Cave. You don't take them to Cromulons. You know what that means?
It takes away all of his favorite stages too.
You know what that means in this? You ban two, and it leaves one open.
Yep, essentially. But we'll be getting down the line. You know, we'll be seeing more stages stuff too, so things will constantly change.
It'll stay the same.
Nope.
Two bans and go to the third one.
No, so the reason why I said it is because I literally